Let's get right into it. Welcome back to the Primo Dirt Podcast.
The Primo Dirt Podcast.
And we have
Steve and Danny. Randa Brothers Quinn. Johnny Peace is on the mic. And then the creator, Dave Persley.
And our first subject was Rob. It's been a while since Rob Zombie put out an album that actually sound like Rob Zombie or like White Zombie.
Yeah.
We did you go to the Rob Zombie concert back in the day or no?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
That
talked
was
about
fun.
this before,
Bitches
how he puts on like a crazy show. Or
He
something.
spent $1 million on the set, and he
Yeah.
had a bunch of go-go dancers and monsters and costumes. It was crazy.
And this is back in early 2000 when $1 million was legit.
When meant
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
When there used to be shows called
That would
Who
be
Wants to
$5
Marry a
million
Millionaire?
now.
Yeah.
But the new album is pretty good. It sounds kind of like vintage Rob Zombie, but he has a bunch of instrumentals in there, and he actually even has a country song too, because he's keeping it mixed up. But yeah, it's not bad. Check it out. So he's got the Munsters coming up, and he just dropped a full album. That guy's busy.
He's a busy bee. I love Rob Zombie, dude. I love the look, man. That's him. That's actually him. And his lady's banging.
Yeah,
bad.
he's worn that like dreadlock zombie look since he's had a beard since he was 12
What a lucky motherfucker.
and long hair since he was
Dang.
12.
Yeah, you get to live like that. That's so chill.
And a cowboy hat.
Because if they didn't know them, he's the type of guy that somebody would walk up and like, hey, you want some tacos from Del Taco? I just got them in a coffee. He's like, nah, bro, I'm Rob Zombie.
He looks like he's always looked
I
like
eat
a
people.
character from one of his movies, right?
Yeah.
Sick.
And then
That's
his wife
awesome.
was one of his stage go-go dancers, and
Sherry Moon.
Sherry Moon, yeah, she's in all of his movies.
All of them. And she looks like the least person to be into horror, which makes her the scariest person. Because the scariest thing in horror is always like a 5 to 7 year old little girl with her hair covering her face, and then a gown standing in like the hotel hallway, and you're all, what the fuck? And she does that whole noise.
And Sherry Moon has that creepy laugh.
Yes, she does. Super
Yeah.
creepy, but fun. She's inviting, and at the same time, you know you're gonna die. And I'm
Yeah,
like, oh,
exactly.
this is a good way to go
I
out.
hear she's cool in real life too. Like she's
It's
super
gotta be.
chill,
Yeah, it's gotta be.
way mellow.
And
Yeah.
but was it Danny was saying before this, off air, that police officers are. Well, we wanted to play a segment of the music, but
Play
we
some
don't
Rob
want to get
Zombie.
demonetized. But that's what police are doing to when people are recording them, which is
Yeah.
actually kind of brilliant.
What are you
Well,
talking about?
When people start recording cops or interactions, like people will come to the station to make a complaint or something, and they'll start accusing
Or
somebody.
like record
right
when they're
there.
getting pulled over.
Or something like that. A cop will pull out his phone and start playing music immediately.
What kind of songs are they playing? Like Kanye West stuff, or
like AC/DC? I don't know.
dude, you know who I'd play? Metallica, and you know why? Because I know Metallica's trying to get their money. Like they always get
right,
pissed
they
off.
always get pissed off.
Yeah, they're
So
so
that video's
against
getting pulled immediately, and that's why they're doing it. So the
Yeah.
videos don't get, they get pulled from YouTube or whatever.
wherever I may roam.
Yeah,
And
they
the cops
should-
just looking at him like, oh, do 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 do, do do do. And she's all, why'd you pull me over? And you know,
Tell the cops to play that Baby Elephant Walk.
oh, dude, don't sing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We don't want to get.
We got
demonetized.
demonetized from Baby Elephant Walk.
Yeah.
Apparently,
no,
yeah,
no.
they play that song in a lot of stuff when you think about it.
Evidently, somebody's like got the
Making
rights to that,
money.
and they're
Yeah.
YouTube might have the rights to that. No offense, YouTube. Don't get all
What would be the
crazy.
most?
They won it in a poker game.
Would they play?
They
They should
wanna
they
play.
should play some NWA.
That's right. What? Sing some.
No.
You don't want to sing any? Danny, come on, sing some.
You're all about
Dope
to
man,
witness
dope
the
man.
strength of street knowledge. I grew up on
Nice.
NWA. Oh,
That's
yeah.
smart though. Cops are demonetizing. Well, they're not. They're only demonetizing the YouTube video.
I mean, it's not like a pandemic of it going on. It's
Yeah.
it's a very.
It's been a few
small-
instances.
Yeah,
Should-
a few instances, but people have been recording.
but
cops
that's
doing
not
it.
illegal because they haven't made a law for that. That the cops aren't allowed to do that.
I don't see why cops don't just pull their phone out and then they just sit there filming each other.
Well, no, that's what
Like,
they did.
this is
The
what I'm
cops-
doing then.
The
It's
cops
been
are the
done
one pulling their
before,
phone
yeah.
out playing the music.
Yeah.
So the video would be taken.
Yeah, I
down.
get it, but when somebody pulls a phone out on you, you pull your phone out on them, and it's just two people with phones staring at each other like, "Bidoo, bidoo,
Well,
bidoo,
most places
bidoo."
have body cam. Most cops have body cams.
Yeah.
I saw a video the other day where
I don't think
two
most do,
Karens
but,
were
yeah.
filming each other.
Oh,
with their
that's
camera.
I think
awesome.
I've seen that one.
Oh my God, that's a tornado of Karen.
Yeah.
In the center of those two videos was the eye of the
the
tornado. and
world
then two
almost
Karen.
imploded right at that moment.
Oh, they both thought the other one was a Karen,
Yeah.
being a Karen. Oh, would you like if you had
Karen's
the
gone
opportunity
wild.
to have a threesome because we're all squares in here? Has
With two
anybody had one?
Karens?
No. With two Karens, would you?
No,
This-
not with
You would
Karens. Not that haircut.
Are they
It's the
attractive
haircut.
Karens? Because
I would ask Steve, but
some
you
Karens
actually
are
know.
super smoking hot.
Yeah, they are.
So
I
are
actually-
you talking about like good looking Karens or like
You
not
get
good looking Karens?
you get one nasty one and one good looking one.
Not a real girl named
Is that
Karen.
a real threesome?
I think so. That might be a
That's a
foursome.
good
Some of
thing.
those Karens. Ugh. Hey, dude, you know what? I ain't gonna lie. I've seen a Karen, a lady, in my mind, become hot when she acted like a Karen on video just recently. And I'm just saying that South American lady who was in the grocery store and she looked like a regular mom. She pulls her panties off and put them on her head. Actually got aroused.
Oh, so
I thought she's. You know what? I would smash.
that's gonna
That's
be a new
gross.
genre, Karen porn.
Karen one.
There's a rule called is it Rule 31 or something
Yeah.
where anything you could think of,
it
if
exists.
it's not already porn, it will be
Yeah.
There's Karen porn
Karen
now.
porn.
It's out there.
Oh, I
Look 'em
guarantee you it's
We
out there,
tagged it
probably.
first. It'll be in the tags.
Copyright,
Karen
trademarked.
porn.
Oh, I'm sure it's in there. If you look it up right now.
Bro,
it'll
I'm just
pop up.
saying that lady went from a normal lady to me to somebody
That's
I was like,
gross.
oh my
That's
god.
I think
gross.
Steve should
Like,
look
I
up if there's
actually
actually Karen porn.
Because that's Florida, man.
No, that
Yes.
was South Africa.
even worse.
Look on
What do you mean
TikTok for
worse?
Karen porn.
I'm saying hot and muggy.
Oh
and
yeah,
she's
I bet
putting,
you it was sweaty.
Yeah, she's putting her panties on her head.
Man, I would have said, "Do you got
Gross.
another pair for me?" Nah.
Most stores will give you a mask if you needed one. Most people are just
Whatever,
Yeah.
dude.
Most people are just being dicks.
She was arousing to me. I thought she was hotter after that.
So gross.
And the lady behind her was like, "That's acceptable to me." And everybody was like, "Okay, let's just go through and get our groceries now." And you know what?
No, people were pissed when it happened.
No,
Like, I
so-
was
I think you were looking at it through
'Cause
different
they-
You
eyes,
actually-
John.
Because
Listen
the people
to
that were
what-
complaining about her not
Yeah.
having a mask to know that that's not the
Yeah.
effectiveness of a mask.
No, dude. When
But
you
it's also like unsanitary. Like now her hands were on her underwear, and now she's gonna be like typing in on the credit
She's
card.
gonna get pink
I don't.
eye.
I don't know if
Yeah.
this is all the same, but
She's gonna,
the
get
cleanest.
she's gonna get gonorrhea on the card reader.
The cleanest part of me is my dick. That shit never goes nowhere. I got it double covered with pants and boxers, and then I don't touch it all the time. Like my hands are dirty as fuck because you're walking around like, right? But your dick and your
We should-
vag,
that
even
should-
though the vag I get bruised stuff up.
We need to
You
study.
know.
We need like what are the MythBusters, and we need to
Yeah.
test.
No,
we need to
you
test
would
cell
think
phones.
that.
We should test cell phones,
Cell phones
versus
are
your
gonna-
penis.
Genitalia.
Yeah.
Just genitalia. in
Genitalia.
general. Yeah.
And
But then they have to do a woman
Genitalia
and
is
a man
always going to
study.
lose because it's just a stone throw away from the sewage factory.
No, it's
It's
not.
just so close. It's just
I get that.
it's just
You're
one
right.
little strip.
There is
and it's all
waste
concealed.
material.
Has anybody thrown a stone thrown a stone from one side to the other? You said it's a stone throw
Stone throw away.
For
I
like a
get you.
crab, it's a stone throw
Yeah.
away.
Okay,
If there's crabs there.
that'd be a weird.
Or kidney stone, right? Or if you're
Kidney
passing
stone.
a kidney stone,
Or,
it's a kidney stone throw away.
or crabs,
from-
but the crabs have herpes.
Oh my god! I'm just saying that. Still, I think the vajayjay smells good. Like that's just
Well,
literally.
yeah, I think it smells good too. Not
and I bet you hers smelled like
not
a little bit of like.
not
woo!
in South Africa in the middle of the day grocery shopping.
I bet you. You know what? Okay.
No, that's not
so
gonna
if
be-
somebody sneezed on something and then that lady pulled her underwear off, which one are you going to put on your face?
What do you mean if someone sneezed on?
Somebody's like, achoo, and they sneeze in a napkin, and now you have the choice between the South African lady's panties and a napkin. Which one are you going to put on your face?
Oh, are you talking about vagina or mucus? That's a no-brainer.
Which one?
I'm gonna choose,
My sleeve.
I'm gonna choose yeah.
You-
Yeah, I'm gonna
Your
choose my
sleeve.
undershirt. Just gonna put my shirt over my nose.
There's no option 3. You got to put your face in the
Am I not
South
wearing a
African
shirt?
lady's vajayjay in this scenario. I thought she was hot. I'm just saying, I thought she was hot.
She wasn't even hot. She was. I mean, she was like.
She wasn't hot until she did that, and then
Yeah.
after she did that, I was like, this
we
lady's
know
got
what
it
John's
going
gonna do
on.
the moment he goes to Japan. He gets off the plane. He's gonna look for a vending machine.
One of those vending machines.
I would, but Danny and Stevie ruined this for me, and they said they put tuna, and I can just sniff a tuna can, and I've tried it. Have you guys done that? I actually did that with the tuna can and the video of the South African lady at the same time. Yeah, I was like, oh my god, this is awesome, bro.
Smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision.
So did you find Karen porn, Steve?
Steve, were you looking?
No, I didn't find it.
Not yet.
Like it was just like names of Karen,
Come on,
Karen such and such, Karen such.
Come on,
So,
porn
might
directors,
be,
get on it.
Yeah, dude, might be a niche right there. Get on it.
There you go.
Would you be into it? Would you be into the South African lady, Stevie?
No.
You come on, for reals? Like if she came at you and was like, "It's time right now. I got my vaccine.
Yeah, I'm good.
And, I'm gonna devaccinate you." Yeah, I know.
Well, I can't read this next subject.
If you look like Halle Berry, maybe.
Right?
I would segue, but I can't read it.
Oh, the
Shooter.
the shooter, and the violence against
Violence
Asians.
against Asians.
Oh, okay. So do you think that the shooter was racist?
I don't know. That's so hard, but there was some. It was racial.
Well, that's the thing.
It wasn't racist, right? Big game, but it was racial at least. At the very least,
So-
it was like.
I think so. This is my theory on it. I don't know if it was directly racist, but you kill the things that you don't kill the things you really like. You kill the things you don't really respect. And most races kill within their own race because you kill within your own community. Typically, not you, but like serial killers. They're just known that they kill within their own community,
And they
which
snip
is usually
people's
the
hair.
people that are around them. So, like most deaths from people in a certain race are from the people in the same race. That's why they're always like getting on. They're saying black on black crime, but every race, like there's white on right crime is more than other, than crossover crime.
Just because there's more
Asian
white
on
people
Asian,
than anything.
Mexican on Mexican,
Yeah.
because the gangs and stuff they rival, they fight, and they're within their own community. So when somebody kills outside of their race, it's almost a safe bet. It's not 100% because I'm sure there's exceptions to every rule, but it typically means they have something against that group. But this guy, it was kind of the exact scenario hasn't come out yet as to why, because we know he was visiting those places.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he went to those exact ones, but he was going from place to place killing.
I almost feel like, and
He
I'm
went
just.
through a few different counties.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was going down to. Was he going down to Florida?
I almost feel
Think
like
so, yeah.
He
this
got
guy
stopped
could have been
crossing the line.
one of those
City line.
guys that had a girlfriend that was working there and freaked out. And I'm just
It
making
was
this
a
big
bad
scenario
situation.
up, but still, it almost feels like to me like, oh, this guy's got a girlfriend and he's pissed off at all these people. Or if he frequented those places, then the question is, did he get the happy ending or not? If he got
Well,
the
yeah,
happy ending
yeah.
and one time he didn't get it and was like,
He-
I hate all these people,
No,
or did he grow
got
this?
it and he hated himself for going to those places.
So he thought it was evil, and then he
Yeah.
was like, "I'm going to kill off the evil because
Well,
these people are jacking people."
And he was
off.
kind of a dick in high school. Like he would go off on people.
yeah.
Like he would go from like 0 to 100 just like that.
He had
If he
no
got angry with
known.
somebody.
I mean, maybe he had a mental problem, but he had no nothing on record. Like he
No.
wasn't bipolar on record
Yeah,
or schizophrenic on record.
And
But
so maybe
obviously
he
there's
should have been.
something percolating there.
yeah. Something was percolating, and so it's another scenario where the only way to stop these things is it's kind of like Minority Report, where you have to kind of predict before they happen, and so there should have been some psych eval actually on this guy already, but we don't have those things in place. We don't have.
Well,
Mental health
had-
is
he
not
had
a
gotten in
big
a few
deal
fights
right
in
now,
high
like-
school. He got in a few fights, so
Mm.
I mean, maybe we can start attacking the issues there when people see things like that.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Why are you so mad?
Because we're in a new kind of era. A few fights back in the day was normal
Normal.
high school.
Yeah, that was high school.
But nowadays, most of the battles are done
Back
with
then
a
it was
screen
like,
in front of your face.
Stand up to your bully, and then he'll be a coward. And now it's like go back and show everyone
Yeah,
how wrong they were by killing everybody.
yeah, it's nutty.
It's nuts. And the sheriff that did the press conference got a lot of shit because he said he had a bad day.
Yeah,
So he got a lot of shit for that. And it's funny because they did a little background check into that sheriff, and he was selling some sort of like merch or something, and
Blaming the virus on China.
China.
But
He
I don't
spelled
think
it
they're
like
calling
China
that-
with CHYNA.
yeah.
See that?
But what
Yeah.
does that have to do with?
Well, they're
because
call-
that kind of rhetoric
they're,
ramps
they're
up.
calling him racist, but I don't think it's racist to say that the virus came from China.
yeah, it's not.
It's-
It
okay, well,
probably
here's the
did
thing.
come from China. That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
racist.
I
in and
thought
of
it was
itself.
already known it came from
Well,
China.
no.
Yeah.
It's not racist to say that it comes from China. Calling it the China virus, calling it the China flu, that's where people say it's racist. And here's the thing, like, yeah, it's not a big deal to you or me because, we're
Yeah.
not going to go out and beat up Asian people. But to the guy who's out there pissed off at life, angry, and he's going to go out and attack Asian dudes.
Yeah. Something wrong with that guy. But
There's
I don't
something
think
wrong
there's
with
anything wrong with the cop.
But
What if
this
he
is this is just going to add fuel to the fire. Same thing with the shooter in Texas who killed all those people in Walmart. When you have like Fox News and President Trump and Republican pundits saying things like, instead of saying stuff like there's a crisis at the border, or there's a humanitarian crisis at the border, or there's too many people trying to come in, they say the words specifically invasion.
Yeah,
They'll say invasion. There's an invasion come. So when you're at home watching Fox News and Janine Pirro gets on and she's like, there is an invasion coming in. We're being invaded? Fuck that. This is America. Nobody invades America.
Yeah, I think.
So the one person that sees that and goes off the deep end, that's the problem.
Yeah, we shouldn't be held to the same standard as like a politician, but I think the politicians have to be careful with what they say.
Yeah,
we don't have to,
especially one that wields that much
nobody
power.
listens to me, but people listen to the politicians.
Exactly.
I can't wait till the public actually can outsmart the media, and they can start to realize what is going on. The media is
asleep
on
the job,
and probably been drinking on the job
drinks
too.
A lot. Yeah.
The whole idea to me is
Yeah. Oh, you woke up right before we did it. I looked over. It got too quiet.
Stevie fell asleep. Right. Stevie was up late, and Dave too. You've been up all night. Steve's been up all night. No, he went to bed at 8:30 and woke up at 10. And then Dave was up all night too because he started a job. Let's go into. Oh, you know what we haven't done?
Wait. You went to bed at 8:30 at night?
At 8:30 in the morning, bro.
8:30 in the morning, and you woke up at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
What the shit, dude? No wonder
I had to write a paper.
Yeah. So he wrote the paper, and it was awesome.
I hope.
I read the paper.
I hope I
It was
pass.
awesome. He wrote it on, but it was just one Steve's word of wisdom.
Cities?
Yeah, it was
It's a long word of
Twas
wisdom.
the best of times. Twas the worst of times.
Fourscore.
That's awesome. That cannot hit the editing floor.
It's,
Whoever's doing the editing is gonna. You got to leave that in there.
He starts it off with Steve has a dream
Yeah, Steve had a dream.
about passing with the paper.
Oh my God, I forgot what we were talking about. So
My phone's on silent, so I only get calls like if it rings twice, like 2 different times.
I
in
see.
a row.
So it's got to be 2 different.
We were talking about anti-Asian rhetoric.
Yeah, it's over. When
James is
corporate calls, they have to call twice. That's smart, Stevie. Because last time we got in big trouble. We didn't even put out the last podcast yet because corporate called and they were kind of pissed off that we were out playing around. It's a good podcast. We'll try to throw it up if we get a chance and if we can sneak it past corporate or whatever.
So on the subject we were talking about, I wanted to bring up. I was arguing with my sister. We talk about politics.
Yeah,
we spar. She's more right wing, and
Say white wing.
Yeah, right wing, white right wing, and then remember the jogger and the retired police officer and his son. I called it. I said race. It's racist. The whole scenario was racist.
The
and
thing is,
those
guys had no right to stop him.
I'll go out on a limb and say that I will bet money on that he was racist. And she says, no, he's not. He's been an officer his whole life and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, that doesn't mean that he wasn't. I think there's enough circumstances for me to go out on a limb on that.
Yeah.
And it ended up that after they killed him, they called him the N-word.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I think that put the nail in the coffin on that.
How did they find that out?
I don't know if it was I can't remember now. It's been a while.
That's
but
weird.
It's on record that he used the N-word.
The guy with the stupid haircut, their neighbor.
Yeah.
That guy tried to say, that he was just caught up in helping out his neighbors and that he wasn't trying to box anybody in. But then they proved to him, like, by the way he went and, like, while he was talking to the 911 operator or something like that he actually was boxing them in.
Oh, yeah. I think it was adding up.
So all 3 of those guys are going to prison for a long time.
Dude, that guy got his son involved in a murder.
Yep.
His son, he put him and his son in jail, and his son is young. He's older, and, they're not going to do well in jail. They're not going to do well in jail.
They are not going to do well in jail.
A retired police officer with everyone he put in jail. And if he is racist,
son, what are they going to do? Join the Klan? They can't join the Aryan Brotherhood. They're not going to take him.
if you're gonna
They're gonna
join a
serve 'em
thing,
up.
you kind of just colored by
yeah,
like
but these guys
by
can't join.
tag.
He's a cop. Nobody's gonna accept these guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be
They're gonna
really
throw,
rough
they-
for a
yeah.
cop in jail.
And all the black gangs in prison. They're gonna want these guys.
They're gonna try to get solitary so they
Who-
can be in solitary.
Yeah, who knows? They might put them in special cop jail. I don't know.
23-hour lockdown.
They're probably gonna end up in a halfway house.
I wouldn't be surprised if nothing happens to them.
Oh no, I think these guys are going to prison.
They
just saying I
They
wouldn't
had
be
no.
surprised.
They had no right to do what
Yeah,
they
I
did.
get it.
They had zero right. The guy had no weapon. He had not stolen a thing. He was jogging.
The stupidest
Yeah.
thing that they did though was, besides everything else, besides killing somebody
Yeah,
and boxing somebody in, was actually using the N-word. And the guy that was filming released the film to the public to show that to absolve them of something they got cleared of in the first place, which was
Yeah,
stupid
that's the
too.
funniest thing. The guy's lawyer. Nothing would have probably ever happened.
Yeah, we wouldn't have known what have happened.
Nothing would have happened to these
if
guys
it wasn't
that
filmed
killed this
by
kid.
his friend.
And then the guy's lawyer thought, "Hey, we should release this publicly because I think it'll help him out." And that's what brought him all the attention.
so
Yeah.
The lawyer doomed these guys. Their own lawyer.
maybe the lawyer did that on purpose because he's like, this is
It could
messed
be.
up.
It makes
man.
me wonder. He probably
like, inside.
Yeah, this is messed up. I'm gonna
This
release
will
everything
help
and-
It's
you.
not the way
There's-
lawyers think.
be-
It's not the way lawyers
Hold
think.
on a second.
Lawyers win. They want to win. That's all they want to do is win.
Yeah, maybe that's the case, but you don't know. That is
maybe
a possibility.
maybe
I
the
hope
lawyer
so.
maybe the lawyer was
yeah,
of color.
I would hope so. Maybe, huh?
They
Doubt
just
it.
happened to get.
So we need to get us
I
one of
doubt
them.
they would have
boop,
picked a
say
lawyer
the
of
word.
color.
We
Are you
need
s-
to get one of them boop for lawyers, and that's gonna make
No,
us
because they
look
had this lawyer
good.
before it even hit the news stories and all that.
Mm.
But once the video got released, that was it.
It was a comedy of errors. That whole thing.
Well, the
Good.
the stupid
Yeah,
argument
good.
the argument that always gets me upset when that situation comes up, that story in particular, is when someone says, "Well, why would you try to grab someone's shotgun away from them when they're pointing it at you? Why wouldn't you just comply?" I'm like,
Because you're trying to survive.
they're not the police, first off, so they have
Yeah.
no right to shove a shotgun in the guy's face. Second of all, you're in the South, a black guy running down
Yeah.
the side of a road next to some woods,
Yeah.
and two good old boys pull up with a shotgun. Yeah, I'm gonna fight for my
And
life.
have you
too.
surrounded in
I don't know what
cars?
they're gonna do. I don't know what they're planning in. Or,
It's
you know,
it's that same
For
person.
their
Fight,
Friday night meeting?
fight or flight.
yeah,
It's
He
that-
already tried
yeah.
flight, and that didn't work.
yeah, and they kept trying to chase him, and then they pull up next to him with a shotgun.
That's exactly it. It's that same person that's saying, "Why would you grab a shotgun?" It's like, I would have kicked their ass and blah 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 if
And
they were
it's
on
so-
that side of the
Yeah.
story.
Why would you
know?
defend yourself?
And
Don't
at
defend
some
yourself.
point, as they're
Stupid.
driving, chasing him, and he's running down the street, and they're like, "Well, we originally chased him because we thought he had stolen something out of that house that was under construction."
Mm.
He's running in jogging shorts and a t-shirt. What did he steal?
I think the
You
guy
think he's
went.
hiding a power drill under his shirt? Is he
I've
I
actually-
don't know.
down
He
the
might be
street?
packing a power drill of some sort.
But there was
He-
nothing there.
he
then.
wished
Steve's
he
all into
was.
him. Steve's into him.
But
Hey.
the funny thing is, there was nothing there. I mean, like
I've done this
the house
before.
is empty.
I've
I
walked
pulled
into,
over and
walked
I
into
went to
construction
pisses in on the construction. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta go fucking take a piss.
Yeah.
What do? You go to the porta potty
Yeah,
that's on
yeah.
the construction site.
Yeah.
And if they don't have one on there, you're like, oh, I'm taking a piss over here where nobody can see me.
Just in the sand or whatever.
Yeah. It's like, that guy stole something from the construction site. That's not working right now. He's not driving down the street with a tractor or freaking
So John has,
bulldozer.
and I've walked into construction, like houses being built. I've walked in because I
Bro,
wanted to see what was
And
in
that
there.
was the argument. A lot of people
Have you been? Have you done it? Or you done it?
Yeah,
I've taken
done it.
shits in the motherfuckers.
No?
I've done it.
Like,
with the
full-on-
toilet set, but the water's not on yet. You just
Yeah.
drop it to
Or you hit it on a Sunday when they cleaned it out on a Saturday night. You're like, woo, this is a clean porta potty. Dude, I'll eat my McDonald's in there. A full big slam.
I've christened bathrooms that haven't really been used yet. That are not functioning.
Bro, if I find a bathroom that's never had any use and I'm the first one, I'm gonna think of that as crossing something off of my bucket list that I didn't even know was
Oh,
on
I've
there.
done that.
Oh, me
Yeah.
too. I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time a toilet goes in, I
Yeah.
just sit down and take a shit.
We do renovations when I used to
Yeah.
work at the apartment complexes. So when
Yeah.
the apartment was brand new renovation, yes,
Yeah.
sometimes we drop a deuce in it.
I love it in
Yeah,
Jackass
yeah.
when they used to shit in the toilets in Home Depot.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. That's
You know,
crazy.
it's just like some small mom and pop hardware store. It wasn't even a Home
Oh,
Depot.
yeah.
That's what made it
that's right.
worse. Guy's like, "Are you just shitting there, buddy?"
No, they took off running. Yeah. They had to do a lot to get that. Yeah, I think he had to do a lot to get to where he had to take a shit. It was like
He would do
eating a bunch of-
X-Lax.
And then
Oh, no.
yeah.
The best thing
He
was
shit his pants on the way the first time, and then they had to do it again.
Do you
Oh,
remember
yeah.
the George Carlin sketch where he says, "Here's something you never seen before: a man running down the street at full speed taking a shit."
So they did it.
So they did it.
Yeah.
And, oh my God, that was gold. And you know what he had to
I
do to
wish
make
they-
his shit liquid enough to like
Yeah.
come out at running full speed? Like there was some scientific
They
chemicals
only
going
did
on.
it because they heard George Carlin say
Yeah,
that in a clip, and they're like, "We should do
I
that."
wish they filmed George Carlin's
gosh.
reaction to that.
Oh, they might have it on there. I wonder
No, they
if
don't.
it is on there. No,
No,
oh
it's
man,
not on the video.
that'd be awesome.
There's no
Yeah.
official like George Carlin reaction to it, unfortunately.
I'm gonna
What
look
what
for
would
that
have
if
been
it's
his
up there.
reaction?
I don't know.
He's like,
Holy-
God damn it! Now we've seen it.
He's a comedian. He
Holy
would've just
fucking
laughed.
shit.
Something really
Yeah,
funny.
Holy fucking shit! Yeah, something funny.
And curse words. He'd say all 7 curse words.
Goddamn shit, motherfucker. What was it? What's the 7 curse words?
It's funny when you see how
Shit, piss,
Cunt,
cunt,
fucker. Yeah,
Oh, from,
ass. I don't know.
we're gonna put them on a ticker right here so you
Yeah.
can see.
It's funny when you see an old George Carlin clip, like in black and white from back in the days, like really young.
Yeah,
It's
Black and
amazing.
white?
Yeah,
He
like,
was chill.
He's been doing it for a long time.
long time.
And you could also see Mr. Miyagi, Pat Morita,
Yeah.
What, doing comedy?
doing black and white comedy in like the
Oh, wow.
early
Oh,
60s,
nice.
early
No
50s. And he
way.
kills it. He kills it. He goes out there.
Links
And he does
in
a
the
whole-
description.
Oh,
There's a-
man,
there's
you
a
keep
new
saying
doc.
that, and I don't do that.
There's a new doc with Pat Morita, right? It's
Oh,
called
I didn't know that.
it's called
One day
Being
at
Pat
least.
Morita. I
One
forget what
day,
it's
one
called.
day.
It's called Wax On, Wax Off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Hey,
So if you
hey, it's Arnold.
And our Patreon in
Hey,
the
Arnold.
description.
our Patreon will be in the description, and
We have
if-
exclusive videos on the Patreon.
that's right. If you check it out,
Exclusive videos.
then what we have a bunch of tiers, right? What was my favorite tier? I forget what it was.
The After Hours tier.
After hours tier.
After Hours.
And we're looking for 100 subscribers because we're trying to get to 100. At 101 subscribers, we're releasing Steve's sex video. What is it called? Sex tape?
After Hours. Oh, the bear always gets the honey.
The bear always gets the honey. And so you're going to see an exclusive. He didn't know we filmed him doing this. And it is a webcam because, of course, that's Steve's sex tape. I'm just kidding. Yeah, it actually is.
And a Kardashian is involved. We
And
don't want
a
to mention which
Kardashian.
one, but it's Rob.
Yeah, definitely raw, right? Because Stevie's Stevie's in the bit,
And I think every tier is just like the tier before it, except for there's a higher up one where we Skype you,
yeah, there's a higher.
and you can
up
have input in the show. Maybe we'll even put you on the show.
one. Yeah.
Skype it in,
So,
call it in.
Skype.
and we're gonna set it up in the
Do
Patreon.
people still use Skype?
I don't know. Do
I
they?
think so. Yeah.
Uh,
Now
they
it's all
use
about
FaceTime
Zoom.
It's all
or
Zoom
something.
and FaceTime.
Yeah.
The stock is doing well.
Whatever. You know
Yeah,
what I meant.
yeah.
If the stock's doing well, then they're still using it.
It's probably being used in other parts of the world.
What do you think of
It has another good 2 months.
the Justice League? What we were
Oh
talking
yeah.
about?
So, I'm still watching Justice League. I watched the Batman versus Superman.
I find
But
them
I guess-
boring.
What's that?
I find the DC movies boring.
All
Most-
of
You don't like Batman?
not
you're
all
crazy.
of them. The Dark Knight series are good.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are my favorites.
Shazam was decently, surprisingly good.
I like
Yeah.
Shazam.
Joker was good.
Wonder Woman was
definitely.
great.
The first
Superman was great.
The first Wonder Woman was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Any new Supermans are just
The new Superman's
No,
there.
dude, he looks so much like
He does. He
He's
looks
more of a Superman
They're
than
not-
all the other
They're
Supermans.
not bad. They're just not like I'd be pissed if I paid $15 at a movie theater to go see the new Superman.
I didn't
I
like.
love 'em
I didn't
all,
like
dude.
Batman
They're
versus
so
Superman
awesome.
because that just seemed like a big misunderstanding.
Yeah, it was a bit.
It's like, oops,
So you didn't like the part where they didn't understand each other.
Yeah.
which is the whole
But-
freaking movie.
Yeah, but it's two fucking mental motherfuckers. If you're a superhero, you're a mental motherfucker.
Well,
Like you're dealing with stress beyond.
I feel
what
like
we
the
know,
comics
you
set
know?
up the rivalry better, which was Superman was like a corporate shill, like he's working for the government. He's kind of a tool,
Yeah,
whereas Batman's a vigilante
He's, like,
and he
dark.
hates tools. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
he's like behind the scenes.
Mysterious.
You talking about
Yeah.
Frank Miller's Dark Knight?
Well,
series?
yeah, Frank Miller, but there's like Alex Ross. There's a bunch of them.
But
Dude.
Dark Knight has to be, or Batman has to be mysterious because he has
Yeah.
people in his life
well,
that could be
for the
affected or
movie, they're
hurt.
trying to keep Superman good.
Yeah.
They don't want to take that dark turn of like, oh, like he's a tool.
Yeah, that's more. What's that? The Boys.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
boys.
That's a humongous take
If
on
you've
that.
never seen The
Yeah.
Boys, it's on Amazon.
But I don't
think-
but it's
I don't
such
think-
a good show.
Yeah.
I think it's a twist, and it shouldn't be. Superman should never. It's un-American to make him. Damn, I'm gonna have to retract. I'm saying it's un-American to make Superman a corporate tool, but then it's very American to have corporate tools. But
Yeah,
at the same
he's-
time, my man crush is Superman, so I really can't take that if they do that to him.
Well, Superman
Yeah.
is DC's Captain America. You can't mess him
Yeah.
up on the. You can do a lot of stuff in the comics and then just
Yeah.
forget about it. But when it's on a movie, it's stuck in the canon.
Superman
I'm a
will
Marvel
kick
guy.
Captain America's ass, bro.
Well, yeah, of course.
Thank you.
He could shoot laser beams out of his eyes.
Laser beam.
Freaking laser beams.
Did you guys watch Batman versus Superman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dude,
great.
Yeah.
Doomsday
I've seen it.
Doomsday was dope.
Dope.
I
Yeah.
don't-
They did him
I don't
good.
remember.
I don't remember it that much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're not.
Doom-
It wasn't that memorable to me.
Doomsday has
Back
the
then.
craziest backstory, and it's again when you're saying the book is better than the movie. A lot of times the books are better than the movie to a lot of people who have creative minds. But my deal is the books are never better than the movie because I'm watching a picture happen and people flying and it's and explosions.
But you know,
yeah, I
the,
never
the,
understood that.
the
Yeah,
script
the
is
movies
better.
are always better.
the script is
Yeah.
better than the movie, though.
I always feel like the movies are always better because I don't have to spend 3 weeks getting through the story. I spent 2 hours.
Yeah, thank you. I'm always
But
thinking the movie's
Everybody's gonna. But here's the thing: people always say the book was better, but a lot of times I just think they just say that so they're telling everyone, "Hey, I read books." And number
Maybe
two,
so.
and
Yeah.
number two, it's everybody's gonna have a different vision in their head about. I get like some major parts are taken out. Like for
Yeah.
instance, okay, we were just talking about a movie that we saw recently called Savages,
better.
and the guy who wrote the screenplay used to live above our dad in a condo.
Hmm.
And he moved out when he sold the screenplay for a book he wrote called The Death and Life of Bobby Z.
Oh, great book.
Great book.
And decent movie.
No, movie was shit.
Yeah, but you don't like movies.
Shit. I love movies. I'm
No,
an
no,
idiot.
you watch movies, but you love
But you
to hate
criticize.
movies.
Yeah, you love to
You
hate,
hate them
most
all.
Okay,
movies,
watch
dude.
it again because I don't know if you actually saw the
I
movie.
loved it. It was an awesome
Paul
movie.
Walker and Lawrence Fishburne?
It was a great movie, dude.
Oh, dude, the acting was bad. They cut out like half of the storyline from
Yeah.
the book.
Oh, I'm so surprised you said that.
No, I mean they really did. There was a whole storyline about how there was a sniper from San Juan
Dude.
Capistrano.
Great movie, right, Stevie?
I haven't seen the movie,
Oh, the movie's
damn,
terrible.
you
But-
suck.
but Danny does
Chuck
does
Liddell's
shit on a lot of movies.
Chuck Liddell's a
No,
gang
Danny-
leader.
More than praise.
Danny
Chuck
doesn't
Liddell's a
understand.
gang leader in this movie.
Who
so
is?
Chuck Liddell.
Okay.
So you know it's gonna be bad.
No, it's a great movie. I thought it was
It's gonna be
good.
bad.
Bro, I can't wait till you're pimping enough to finally be mean to all the hoes that you want to just smack around. But I'm telling you, let yourself go. You know what I mean? Just do it. You hate them motherfucking hoes. I'm telling you, dude.
Okay, but go
it's a
back.
good movie. It's
So
a
go
good
back
movie.
to the guy who wrote the book for Bobby Z and all that.
Oh, my point was that like how bad I felt his first movie was compared to his second one, Savages.
Yeah, and I just watched that, and I like that movie.
That
a
one
lot.
was
It's
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I never heard of it, and I just
that was
came
another
across it.
book he wrote. Watch the two movies side by side comparison.
Okay.
The first one doesn't compare to the second one. It's so
maybe
bad.
maybe you have that.
Well, it's two
I
different
watched. I
movies.
read the book first.
It's like low budget,
And
bad
then-
directing, bad acting.
When I watched the movie, I was stoked that they made a movie
So was
about
I.
the book.
I was super excited about
Yeah.
it.
You know
I
which
thought it
book
was a good movie.
You know which
Damn,
book
I
was
don't read that much.
You know which book was better than the movie was the Rainbow Bright book was way better than the movie.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
When she
and a
got her
couple
rainbow
little
powers.
My Little Pony
They
reads.
changed. They
did.
didn't do the sub story.
They didn't do the
and-
evil arc of her, origin story, Rainbow Bright, how she was like dropped in a vat of rainbow toxicity.
Yeah, they left a lot out, and it should have been at
Yeah.
least PG-13, but they kind of watered it down to
Yeah, they left out the
to
murders.
G.
Nice.
Jesus.
The Rainbow Bright murders.
Steve, you seen it? The Rainbow Bright Murders. Oh my god.
Rainbow Bright Murders.
Oh my god. I don't know. I was down with the Bobby Z movie, but maybe because I read the book and was like, oh, they made it a movie, and so I was happy.
Did you guys like read the books at the same time? How did you even know about it?
I had
Joe
the
gave
book.
us a book.
No, well, I was living
Oh.
with Joe, so Joe read it, then I read it, then I
Yeah.
gave it to John.
And Joe read it because
because he
the
was the
neighbor.
neighbor at the time, and he
Okay.
actually even signed it. We had his autograph.
And Joe
for
reads a
Batman
lot.
was
He
right.
used to
Yeah.
read a lot.
yeah, he did. Yeah.
Joe used to read on the toilet all the time.
That was pre like phone. When you sit there with your phone.
He would
I
read
re-
like Stephen King.
Do you
Yeah.
remember
Yeah,
when people used to
pre-phone.
put books on their toilet? They don't really.
Oh,
do
he
that
had
anymore.
He had like
Yeah.
4 books in his toilet.
Yeah.
I
On.
remember memorizing the shampoo and conditioner. You're like sodium bicarbonate and sodium thioglycolate. What?
I remember using
Silky and smooth.
using other people's bathrooms.
Yeah, this will work.
I'd be like, I'm bored,
Yeah.
and then there's these books here that would entertain me, but
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
touched them while they're shitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
How much do I carry right now?
don't-
Hey, you
How
know what
bored
you
am I?
should? You know what you should never use in a public bathroom
What's that?
is the air dryers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's
Never use
recycling
those.
It
the shit
recycles the
air.
air.
Yeah, it's
from
recycling all the shit
bathroom.
air that's in there.
At the
Yeah.
first game
Just
studio
spray
I
it on
worked
your
at, we
hands.
had books. We had our reference books, and they were like our Bibles, like these expensive and limited edition books that we had on our shelves.
Mm.
And my office was by the bathroom, and so some people would come in, grab a book off the shelf, and take it into the bathroom.
Oh,
hell,
without even
bro.
asking?
No, not that book.
Oh, I would have
Yeah.
been pissed.
Gross.
There's one guy in particular.
I would have been like, "Hey, dude, you owe me for that book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
However much it costs. I
So
gotta
what
buy a
about-
new one."
What about those
Wow.
those towel dispensers
Oh,
in
oh
the
my
bathroom?
God, that's the
That-
worst.
like a revolving one.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Yeah.
don't
But it's
exist
supposed to
anymore,
those
do
got
they?
No, of
phased
course
out,
not.
Stevie.
None of this stuff.
Yeah.
A lot
That
of
was
this
like
shit-
medieval.
Those are like 70s and 80s.
But it would just
Did
it would
it-
recycle. But I think it came had a beginning and an end, right? So you didn't use like the
probably
same
the idea
portion.
was that it was getting washed while it was in there, but I don't think
Something.
there's no way it was getting
wasn't.
washed
no,
good enough.
No, that thing was.
Gross.
I
would
actually
just-
saw a
would
meme
just-
about it.
I would just wipe my ass on them.
It said if you grew up with these, you're immune to the coronavirus.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
It was a joke.
That's
I
probably
don't
what
know.
George Carlin used.
I came across them a few times.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're young? When you're
Shake and wipe my clothes.
yeah, when you're
I
young,
do that
young.
now if they only have the air dryer option. I could just go fuck it.
Oh no. Like if I walk into an establishment and I'll just grab a stack of paper towels or napkins or whatever, stuff
put
in
'em
my
in your
pocket.
When you're a
Yeah.
kid, you do the air dryer,
Just in case.
and then you like put your face in it. You put your body in
You
it.
put your
Yeah.
mouth on it. You're like, ah,
Yeah.
like yeah. So we did a lot of gross things, not even knowing.
You just like taking in all
Or
that.
sometimes you get a little dribble on your
Yeah.
pants. You like hit the air dryer.
Yeah.
It's the same when you're waiting for your mom and she's still in the house and you're going to school, and so you're at the exhaust pipe trying to stay warm and shit. So
Yeah,
you're right
you're
at the
just
it's
breathing in all the exhaust
in your
pipe.
face, and you're oh, it's so warm. Hurry up, mom, I'm cold.
You ready to go to school, honey?
Yeah,
You're crazy. You're crazy, man.
Feeling
Funny,
bro.
funny.
You know what? I thought of a movie that Danny thought was good. Sorry to
Oh,
bother.
really?
You said
What?
you read it recently, right?
Or watched it, yeah. I watched it last
yeah.
night.
You read it.
I actually watched it last night. That is a weird. That was such a weird movie.
Crazy movie, dude. Right? Great though.
Great movie.
Great movie.
It was
Oh, Danny, what's your
Who was
favorite
in it?
movie?
What's my all-time favorite movie?
Yeah.
Godfather 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Very
The
long.
toss-up between those two.
It's good, and the writing's
I, don't,
great.
I go back and forth on which
Yeah.
one's my favorite. I like 2
Yeah.
because it's got De Niro, but I like the first one. You know.
Yeah, I got you.
But the movie
Great
script is way
movies.
better than the movie.
Yeah, the script was way better.
Way
than
better.
the movie. huh?
Totally
The
different.
book was better too.
Yeah, you read all like 8,000
Mario-
pages of
The
that.
classic novel
The
by Mario
footnotes were
Puzo.
better.
I don't know. Sorry to bother. I watched it in the movie
who's
theater
in
when
that?
it came out.
Lakeith
They have Steve
Stanfield,
Buscemi, Lakeith Stanfield, which is a great actor. I loved him in
Danny
everything he's done.
Glover,
Lakeith has been in
Atlanta,
Donald, Hotlanta or Atlanta. I'm sorry.
which is down in Which
Which is Donald
Hotlanta
Glover.
is a place. That's a
Yeah.
restaurant in Riverside
Yeah,
where they
that's
serve
Really?
soul food. Yeah, I've been there.
Jeez.
And his mom.
Oh, I
That's what
felt
they-
sick
that's
after I
what-
ate there because
that's
there's
like a
such
new
heavy,
Mike
greasy food in
name.
your stomach.
Lakeith Stanfield is a super crazy style cat.
He's funny.
Yeah, he
he's
reminds me of the
real-
old school actors that used to kind of do the acid and have more fun with it, and he has that eclectic, crazy, creative style mind.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's in the movie. Steve Buscemi does the voice of the white voice when he learns to do the white voice.
Patton Oswalt does one of the white guy voices.
Yeah,
He
and
does so
doesn't-
many voices.
They basically he learned he's broke. He's sleeping in the garage at his uncle's house. His uncle's about to lose his house.
Mm.
He owes his uncle like 4 months rent,
Jeez.
and he gets a job at a telemarketing company, and he needs it to work out. And just as he hits his niche, and he finds out how to like get the sales,
Yeah.
which is by talking with the white voice. But it's funny when you see it because it's like dubbed in.
Talk with your white voice, isn't it? Donald Glover's
Danny
doing the
Glover.
voice. Danny Glover's doing
Oh,
the
no,
voice of the guy who's like talking your white voice, right? Or
No, Danny Glover's
in it?
the actor.
Yeah, he's the
that
actor,
teaches
that's
them
right,
how to
yeah.
do it. But and he has Steve Buscemi voice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he makes it to the top, and then he gets accepted to this company, and this company is like really, like they're like Amazon and Apple mixed together, like treating their workers like shit.
They're very corporate,
They're very corporate.
which Steve should be
Dang, why
getting a
you
call
say-
hopefully from.
And
corporate,
he gets
yeah.
offered $100 million to go work for them for 5 years, and then he finds out that they're making horse people, like these hybrid.
No, he starts out as a telemarketer and then works his way up.
Well,
and
yeah, he
finally
gets the
makes it
top.
to the upper level where he's
But
in
then he
with
gets
all them.
scouted by this company that he kind of
Yeah.
like did a deal for, and the head guy wants him to work for him. It's like Jeff,
Because he's
Jeff
awesome
Bezos
at
kind
it.
of guy, you know.
Yeah.
And he finds out that they're making horse people, like half horse
with colored cocaine,
with colored, like a colored type of cocaine type of drug,
Yeah.
and it turns them into. And he does this so they can work faster because he's like workhorses. They could more productivity. That's
what
why
do
he's
you, what
doing
do you
it.
call those? The half man, half horse.
Well, it wasn't like
Centaur.
those, but they didn't look like
Centaurs. Yeah,
centaurs.
thank you. Yeah.
Because they were like on their hind legs. They was just like they still look like men.
Mm.
They just had like hooves and like horse faces.
Yeah.
And
I feel
So-
like I've
it's
seen
just
that
a
movie,
weird.
but I don't remember.
It's a weird, weird trip movie, but it's good.
Yeah.
It
I
was
was
different.
watching it in the theater, and I watched this older couple, two white people,
Get up
stand
and walk
get
out.
mad.
Yeah, get up.
They're like, "This is bullshit." He says something, right? Because he wants to say something
This
on
is
the
horse
way.
pucky.
And
Yeah.
horse. This is horse boggle.
And let me guess, they didn't even make it to the horse scene, did they?
So when they walked out, it wasn't minutes later that there was some fucking going on with the horse scene. Yeah,
Yeah, because there's also like an
and I
orgy
was like,
scene.
"Wow, you
Oh, yeah.
walked out just in time." You
Yeah,
kinda
your
knew
head would
what was going on.
exploded if
Yeah.
you would have stayed in the theater.
And it was
but
one
you
of those,
hope that they would have stayed just to see
Yeah.
their reaction.
I've seen people walk out of theaters and it
But
cracks me up.
I felt
I walked that once.
You had to. Yeah,
You're
that's
forced
right. That
What
was
movie?
funny. The South Park movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was with
I
Melissa.
think it was the
and
first.
Melissa-
South, it was the
You're
first
forced
South
to.
Park movie, right?
Yeah, well, they only have the one. But
Oh,
Melissa,
Is that it? Is it? Okay.
Melissa dragged him out of the theater. She's like, "We're out of here," because it was a pretty bad scene.
I've been to every Borat movie and they've all had somebody walk out of One guy stood up was like, "You guys are a bunch of homos," and he left with this kid, and I'm like, "Dude, he brought a 7-year-old kid." But I
Oh, well,
remember
for what was it, Borat or Bruno?
it was Bruno.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God!
It
Why
was
would
the
you bring
dick
a
scene.
7-year-old kid?
He
to
didn't know what was
Bruno?
going on. You know, my dad brought me and Joyce to. This is like way back in the day, pre
Of
seven.
course, because Dad doesn't like movies.
He took us to Eddie
back
Murphy
in the day.
Raw.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
and Joyce.
Oh my
Right.
God.
And was like, "Oh my God, we're getting out of here!" And he
Mom-
rolled. you
Mom
know?
took me to Come Into America when it
Really?
first came
That's
out.
a good movie.
And the scene where the girls pop out of the bathtub and they're all, "The royal penis is clean." She
Yeah.
covered my eyes, but we didn't leave. We stayed for the whole movie. I'm like,
Really?
this movie's hilarious.
Why
And
didn't
looked
I
at
know
her, I'm like,
about
why
this?
did you bring me here?
The only movie I
Yeah.
remember seeing with Mom, she took me to go see
She took me to a lot of movies.
Jaws 3D.
Okay.
And I remember it was at the Block, the city,
Yeah.
the Block
Yeah.
in
Wait
Orange.
a minute, that place.
And it
wasn't
was
even,
indoors.
But
It
wait,
was like
that
an
place-
indoor movie theater.
that place wasn't open till like.
It wasn't the
90s.
Block, but it was there.
where it used to be, and it was their old.
But it was
okay.
there. We went. It was just her and I. It was awesome. It was raining that night, and she left her headlights on, and
And
the
your
battery
car
died.
Damn.
And we had to call somebody and go back inside and wait. It was crazy.
I could top a car story with Mom. She hit a cop while I was in the car, and the cop was on a call.
Who was in the car with her when she got on the freeway going the wrong way?
Oh, jeez.
We were all in there.
But she doesn't do that anymore, does she?
Oh,
She
God,
doesn't drive as much.
anymore.
She'll
Yeah,
drive
thank
around
God.
Bakersfield, but she wouldn't drive around Orange County or LA.
Remember when she went around the semi truck and we were in between two semi trucks, one going this way and one going this way, and we were crying when we got to the house. We were all crying, because it was like, oh my God! And both of them
White
hit their
face.
horns. One of them hit their horn like "Don't go," and the other one was like, "Oh my God!" and
What
they
did
were
she
both
try
all,
to pass one or
"Bah."
something like that? And then
So
there was
she went
another
to
one
pass
coming,
one, and
I-
one was
I don't
all-
remember
like
that.
and it was
went
just a
head
2-lane because it
Yeah.
was like Wasco.
And
It
the
was a
truck, the truck
two-lane
drivers
highway.
are the truck drivers are crying as well.
Yeah, because they're in the soft shoulder. Both semis are trying not to die because they're
Because if
trying
they go
not
off
to put
too
their
far, they're gonna be like,
into the soft
Yeah.
shoulder
Yeah.
and flip their truck.
yeah.
And she's in the middle of them, like, "Oh!" and she was screaming, and we're like, "Oh no, this is crazy."
I don't remember that.
Yeah, right. You probably blocked it out,
It's
Stevie.
a repressed memory.
Might have been
Yeah.
might have been asleep.
You got
Like,
to
if
gotta revive that with hypnosis.
No, dude. He'd start crying, act like a kid, and be like, "Oh my God, it was scary." But she was with, I think you were with Escalante when she drove onto the freeway, and she went on the off ramp, and so she was going the wrong way on the freeway, And then she always acts like nothing's really that big of a deal. And so she's like, oh, just turn around, mijo. I'll just turn around. And she's like, and then she's doing a 3-point turn on the fucking 5 freeway. And you're like, oh my God, what is going on? Can you see, mijo? I can't see. And then somehow nobody dies in the scenario. It's
Nobody ever
crazy.
died.
Right? At least none of us. Other people
Other
around
people
us might have
probably
died. Yeah. You know, one guy quit his job as trucking and works at the library and shit. It's just fucking ridiculous, dude. But yeah, there was a lot of scary shit when your mom is crazily can't drive. Yeah.
And that takes us to the stimulus money.
Yeah.
I don't know
that's a
how.
good
but it
segue.
does.
Uh,
I'm smooth with the segues today.
there you go.
But there was something I was gonna say, and it has to do with Back to the Future. 'Cause we're
Back
talking-
to the future.
But I swear to God, I can't remember it now, and it's driving me fucking nuts. But it was something. Oh yeah, you were talking about actors on acid.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Marty McFly's dad,
Crispin Glover.
Crispin Glover.
Nutbag.
You could YouTube a
Creepy
video. Yeah,
thin guy.
he's just a weirdo. And you
Hey, yo. Good story. Me and Dave actually went to
We saw
watch
Crispin Glover live.
live. He did a movie and he directed it. And it was supposed to be an
what was
all
the movie?
meant. Oh man, I don't remember the name. We'll throw it up, but it was an all mentally challenged cast,
Yeah.
and they all worship somebody in some weird dungeon the whole time. And he got up,
There was a wheelchair sex scene.
yeah, a wheelchair sex scene, and then there was supposed to be like a Down syndrome sex scene.
Not the first wheelchair sex.
And
scene
then
I've
he
seen.
gets up after the movie and he starts to read from his book.
Of like
And-
spoken word.
And he did it forever. He read for like, I don't know how long. It was like 30 minutes in. And if he cracked a joke and everybody laughed, he would look at everybody like, just like his character. And he's like, "What, you guys all laughing at me?" And it was freaking out. You
It-
know,
it
We're all,
looked
"Oh
like a
my
mental
God."
breakdown.
Hey, you get your damn hands off of her. No, but if you could YouTube Crispin Glover on the Letterman show, and I think this is after Back to the Future had just come out, and he went to the interview on acid,
Nice.
and he's just
Yeah.
sitting there like,
That's so gangsta.
oh, like he's just tripping balls. He's just
oh
tri-
my God.
He got
and
kicked
David
off.
Letterman's like, so how you feeling tonight? He's like, I feel wonderful. He's just like,
Yeah,
totally
he's-
fried.
he was a trip, but he was in a lawsuit because I forget what happened, but he was in a lawsuit with that movie. That's why he wasn't in the subsequent movies. He was only in the first one,
Yeah.
and they brought in a
Oh, you
a
talking about Back to
lookalike.
the Future?
Back to the Future.
Dude, I was doing a Dave
But it was a
Letterman-
legit lawsuit.
Wait, that was a lookalike in 2 and 3,
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
or just
because-
replaced from the first one?
Because they actually put
He was only
prosthetics on
in-
someone and
yeah.
said to act like him.
He was only in the
Oh,
first
damn.
one.
That's messed up.
And just a
Basically
fun
took his
and,
identity.
and another fun fact.
Huh.
In the
Never knew that.
Crispin Glover, who played Marty's dad, obviously,
Yeah.
was younger than Michael J. Fox.
At the
Yeah.
time.
Well, yeah,
A
and
friend-
forever.
A friend of
Yeah,
mine is
forever.
in.
Still is.
A friend of
Still
mine is
is.
in the third
Okay.
Back to the Future. We're not friends anymore, but we were friends back in the day.
Yeah.
You remember at the end when he pulls up in the train and he has the 2 kids, the doc?
Yeah.
The youngest kid, I went to school with that kid.
Really?
Yeah, in Bakersfield.
Nice.
He went to that weird Christian school that you went
Oh,
to. Shirkley.
damn. That place was weird.
He went there at the same time. He was a
Yeah.
few years younger than me, but he always tagged
What
around me.
weird Christian school?
It's some weird. You don't want to know.
It just tripped me out because I'm like, he's like, yeah, I'm in Back to the Future 3.
was
I'm like,
weird.
shut up. And then I watched the movie. I'm like, holy shit, he's in it.
Yeah.
I just thought he was bullshitting the whole time.
Was it Jules and
Yeah, Jules and
Vern.
Vern. He was Vern.
Oh,
He was the
wow.
younger blonde kid, and I
crazy.
totally thought he was full of shit. And then one weekend it was on TV, and I go,
Oh my
"Oh
god!
my
it
god!"
is
I owed him an apology. I told him like, "Dude, I thought you were messing with me." And he's like, "No, man, I'm in the movie. I'm an actor."
You were talking about David Letterman, and I've been doing a David Letterman search back, and somebody I've been really interested in watching is Harmony Korine. That guy is crazy.
He's
like,
a director.
yeah, but he was so young the first time he wrote a screenplay, and then he was so young the
It
first
was
time he.
the movie Kids, was that his first one?
Yeah, the
And
first
he
one
was,
was
he
Kid.
was the age of
Really?
the people in the
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, he was
really?
18 when he
Yeah.
wrote the screenplay.
Did anybody see that movie, kids?
I had it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
good.
Really?
I mean,
Oh, yeah, it's
damn!
messed
How have we
up.
not talked about this? I feel like I'm the only one that's seen it.
Really? No, I think everybody's seen it.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
great
it's
movie.
a messed up movie.
Yeah.
But have you guys seen Gummo?
Gummo?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
I've
see
seen
it.
Gummo.
Danny's
That's
seen it.
also a
heard of it.
messed up movie.
That was hard. That was a hard.
It's
watch.
hard to watch.
Yeah.
Really?
It's just.
How do you spell it?
Gummo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Just how it sounds.
And
It was
it's just
almost like the Crispin Glover movie. It was
It's
like
just
a
like these
slightly
red
better
rocks.
version of
Was that terrible? Because that was the worst movie
Yeah.
I've ever seen.
it really
No,
is
no.
that terrible. It just follows like
It's
these
close.
rednecks just walking
Oh
around
my
town
God.
and doing
No.
nothing, and these little kids.
It's
Yeah.
it's like, but it is like watching. You don't know. I'm not sure what the movie is even about.
Yeah.
I watched it and I don't know, and that's kind of like
You know what the
what
movie's
Crispin
about?
Glover
There's
one
just some
was.
Yeah,
fucked up
yeah,
people
absolutely.
out
I
there.
didn't have any
That's
clue
what the
what
movie's
that
about.
was.
There's just some fucked up people out there that
Yeah.
live in this country that you don't even see every day.
Wow.
But some people see
It
them
was
every
like an
day.
inbred town, I think.
Yeah, it was like an inbred town. It was
Huh.
just this little kid, and he wore like this pink Easter
Okay,
bunny hat.
movie night. We're watching the Crispin Glover movie. and
We're
oh
watching
my
all
God.
the
God,
weird
no.
ones.
Yeah.
And then
Did you see Spring Break?
Spring
No.
Breakers
Yeah, Spring Breakers. It had James Franco and it
when
was,
he had the dreads.
yeah, it was a real. I thought it was good.
That was a
Yeah, I
weird.
haven't
That was
seen
It was
that
a
was
weird
no-
one.
That was
Yeah.
another one. They're all his movies are weird. And then he
Because
also
he was
did
weird.
He also
Yeah.
did Beach Bum,
Yeah,
the one with Matthew McConaughey. And Snoop Dogg's in it. Tons of people are in it.
yeah, and,
And he-
and it's good.
He just played an aging poet that's known around the Key West area. He's like a celebrity around there, and he just does drugs and goes from island to island.
Wasn't that like based off of Riff Raff or something?
It was actually based off a real person, I think.
Oh, really?
Like loosely
Like,
based.
yeah, based off
okay.
of Riff Raff.
But like
Yeah.
The rapper.
even what's that guy? The Cheeseburger in Paradise guy.
Oh, I forget.
You know, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, yeah.
In the movie, even Jimmy Buffett knows this guy. You know,
Yeah.
because that's how famous he is around Florida.
I see.
But yeah, I think it's loosely based on a somewhat real guy
Huh.
in a way.
You know, I saw some art done by him in his. I think it's
Jimmy
in his
Buffett?
house. No, not John. I'm sorry. We're Harmony Korine.
Okay.
And he had an idea similar to your idea where you made that whole DVD wall, CD wall.
Oh, yeah.
And he did this with VHS tapes. So when the Blockbuster in his area went out of business, he took all these VHS tapes and then he did something really cool with them. Like he painted them up, changed them, and stuck them all up and made art out of them. And that art was crazy cool. I was looking at a lot of the movies that I thought was cool. At the same time, he did his own little twist with them, and he has this guy that he always sticks up. He's a weirdo, but he's also at that era where back in the 90s, all the way to the, let's say, the 60s, you used to do a lot of drugs, and that's how you did your creative crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, and now that doesn't go on as much. But I think technology has helped take the place of some of the drug use.
It
you
still
know.
does. It's just the drugs are changed. Some of the drugs are
Yeah.
changing. A lot of kids are into like.
We don't even know what the kids are into now.
I know what the kids
Yeah.
are into
What are they?
because I still work with a lot of young people.
Yeah.
Um, they're
Used
into
to.
Xanax bars are big,
Mm.
Okay.
and I took a Xanax one time, like about a year ago. Like I just needed to sleep, and someone's like, and I knew somebody had Xanax. I'm like, let me try it. They gave me a little bit. I'm like, I just want to try it. That shit knocked me out. Just knocked me unconscious.
Well, freaking Benadryl knocked me out.
It was like 10 Benadryls, and it made. And I woke up the next
I don't know.
morning, and I
I was
drank
knocked
coffee for the first time like in 20 years because I
Yeah.
couldn't wake up. I
You
was
got to
just
take
like,
a half a bar, bro. Half
Yeah.
a bar.
No,
Just-
I took a tiny bit. I didn't even take a.
So what's the
Tiny
point though?
bit.
Like, oh, take this drug, you'll sleep.
I don't know. Maybe if you fight,
They
maybe
try to party on it.
It's kind of like that purple stuff.
I understand why mumble rap is a
Scissor.
thing because there's no way
Scissor.
these guys can rap coherently. They're like,
Yeah.
Oh, like-
And,
like
I
Was
get
that-
it.
Wait,
you guys
is it
are all on
mumble or
Xanax.
trap?
Mumble.
Oh,
Mumble trap.
But
trap sounds like mumble. Too.
yeah, like that rapper
I think,
Juice.
I think it crosses over. Yeah.
That rapper Juice World, he died.
Oh yeah. Heard
On
about it.
what?
They pulled him over, or they were waiting outside his plane, so he started eating all the drugs that he had
Oh,
on the
shit.
plane, It was like
Mm.
Xanax, and he ate a ton of
Yeah.
shit, and then he overdosed.
Damn.
That was a good movie when he had to eat all the mushrooms. You remember when the cops pulled up?
Super Troopers.
Super Troopers. He's like, oh my god. And he
Wait,
just starts eating all
Is
that.
that Juice World
weed.
true? Can somebody verify that? I heard that happened, but then I heard that was
Yeah, no, he
fake.
he
Was it?
died.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he did
Wow.
die.
Alright.
He was really good too.
He's a
Like,
good
he
rapper.
was really
There's
good.
Yeah,
like a-
I heard he was a
He
good.
did like a
rapper,
30-minute freestyle.
An
Yes.
hour. No, he
Or
did.
an hour.
He could do an hour.
He did like a 60-minute,
Fast.
yeah, 1 hour
Wow.
freestyle.
That's crazy.
and his albums contain no rap whatsoever. He just sang,
Yeah, most of his music is
but
singing,
he could rap like
and it's
a
not that
mother.
good. I mean, it's good for kids.
was
but
he as good as that rapper you were talking about
Oh, yeah.
earlier? The right wing rapper,
Oh, I don't know. I don't know his
There's
name.
the right
Who was talking about that?
rapper.
the right
It
wing
was
rapper.
it was you, but
I-
we don't know his name.
I brought up a guy. I don't know his name.
There's a right wing rapper with. Does he have dreads? You said braids.
Yeah, and then you brought up
Hair.
a guy with a beard.
Yeah, there was another rapper I saw dancing with Roger Stone. And Roger Stone's this old white guy that looks like the Penguin, so he's just like just trying to like look hip and stuff, but he's like super awkward.
So you're saying that Roger Stone was in a video?
It wasn't like a music video.
Oh.
It was more like just a crowd of people, and
There's like a live.
there was a big
performance.
Trump truck, like a big truck
Yeah,
with
they had
Trump
a
on
Trump
it.
head on a
On
Rambo
head.
body.
Yeah, you ever seen the Trump
with a
flag,
giant flag.
with it, where his head's on Rambo's body and with the big machine gun? Which makes me laugh because I honestly don't think Trump's probably ever fired a gun. I can't see him with his like
No?
soft manicured hands like firing a gun.
I think
He's
he's
got-
done
he's got-
everything.
he's got
man.
body-
Well, I
bodyguards
think
for
I
that.
think if
I
I
think
was
he's done everything.
He pays people for that.
if I was Sylvester Stallone, I'd be offended.
right?
Hey, yo, Steve was offended for Sylvester.
And he's never
Stallone.
been
Yes.
that cut.
You're
nowhere
protecting
near.
your man. You're like, I got this, honey.
That's right.
Lay off Sly, bro. Lay
Actually-
off Sly.
Come
What
on,
did
man,
Donald
he's
Trump look
somebody
like in
else.
high school? Because he played sports. I mean, like, was he pretty?
Yeah, he's
What,
like a
like
strapping,
ping-pong
good-looking kid.
or-
You
But in the
know?
'80s, he just looked like a
Shuttlecock or-
buttery, soft businessman.
He's always kind of looked
like
buttery.
he didn't. He
Look
didn't.
at-
Yeah,
look
he
at
always had
his-
like he had like a weird body. He didn't have like a muscular body. It was like just a soft
But
body.
look at
You know,
look at
he
his
looks
sons.
just like
like
Dennis the Menace to me.
he kind of does. But
usually.
look at his
Kinda
sons
like
though.
skinny fat.
Right?
They have this
Yeah.
like his it's in the genes. You can see his sons. Like they have these like soft faces,
There's a funny picture where it's Trump and his 3 kids,
even when they're skinny.
or 3 main kids, the ones he likes. But they're all standing in a weird position, and like the meme said, like it's the Trump family first day of standing lessons.
Yeah.
But the kids, they just don't know how to stand. You know,
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
They're just like,
They all took it.
Like
did they
this,
think
Dad?
They practiced
do I
the
do it
pose?
like this,
Like this? All right.
Dad? How about like this, Dad?
But you know, Baron doesn't have that like that soft face look. that-
Baron
that
looks
the
like a
other ones
pimp.
do.
That kid's gonna look
Yeah,
pimpy.
Baron
when he
looks like a
gets older.
model.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I know nothing about him. So
He's taller than his dad too.
Yeah, and he's tall.
He's
yeah.
tall.
Really?
I wouldn't make fun of that kid.
I haven't
think
seen
I'd
him
feel bad,
since
making fun
Trump
of a
went
kid.
into the White House.
Yeah, because he got made fun of, and so they kind of
Which is
pushed him back.
stupid.
They shouldn't have. Yeah, they should have left him alone.
People make fun of. They make fun of
Yeah.
Barron Trump. They made fun of Sasha and Melania. They've made fun of
Keep
Bill
the
Clinton's
kids out of
daughter.
it. Keep the kids
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of it.
if they grow up and get into politics, fair game. But when they're
Rush
little
Limbaugh,
kids,
Rush Limbaugh used to love to make fun of Chelsea Clinton when she was little,
yeah,
just calling her ugly all the time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck you doing, dude?
Well, even like the Kardashians, they did a lot of shit on Khloe, making her like horse
of course.
face.
Yeah, but she was a grown ass. She was like 30,
I-
35.
just saying.
It's fucked up.
I'm
Don't
just
get
saying
me
it was
wrong.
kind of fucked up.
It's fucked up, but it's even more fucked up when you're doing it to a kid. It's like, man, well, how shitty is your life? You're like a 50-year-old man fucking talking shit about a little 12-year-old
Plus-
girl.
But you know what? If you put enough
13-year-old
makeup
girl.
on, if you put enough makeup and lipstick, and bronze, tanner, and lighting, she looks great.
No,
Chelsea?
she's fine. No, you're talking
She
about
actually-
Khloe.
Oh, Khloe?
Kardashian. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't even need to do that.
She's
She's
sexy,
fine.
bro.
She's
She's
super
sexy.
No. Sometimes
Actually, a couple years ago, she started looking a lot different, and I thought she was the hottest one out of all of them.
That's
at
what
the
I'm
time.
saying. You
It's
put
all
it-
about. It's all
That's
about
what
the-
I'm saying. You put enough lipstick and makeup.
On a
On a-
monkey, and Steve will fuck the monkey.
Then
It's all
You
about
put
the
it-
contour.
That's how
Yeah.
AIDS started.
Contour.
That's
She-
how
she was on a
AIDS
commercial
started. Good
recently
job,
for-
Steve.
She was on a commercial recently for a medication or medicine or something.
I still go after Disick's wife. She looks like, I forget her name.
It's Courtney.
Courtney. She's the most normal-ish looking one.
Yeah,
But her
yeah,
brain is the most screwball-y.
Yeah,
But
but I mean, if
she's
she's
most
just
normal.
like
She looks
if
like
she's
she'd be
just-
the biggest pain in the ass.
if
though.
she's straight
Yeah,
out of
for sure. That's
if
I
probably
think
why I'm
Chloe would be the
attracted
coolest
to her.
one.
if she's straight out of bed in the morning, she's not.
Why the hell are we
that
talking
great.
about the Kardashians?
But
again-
How
They're all
did we
hot.
get on the Kardashians? I
They
don't want to talk
haven't-
about the
But
Kardashians.
again,
We were
enough-
talking about Harmony Korine, and obviously that goes right to the Kardashians.
Kardashians suck.
Yeah, they do suck. Sorry.
Well,
But you're
which
all
one?
fine.
But the youngest one, not I don't know. if
They're
the
all
youngest,
fine, Stevie.
But
They're all
the
sexy.
one model's already a billionaire.
Yeah, she's the one that made the most
Jeez.
money. It's
Kylie?
still
That's weird.
Kendall or
It's crazy to
Kendall.
me.
I don't
I
know.
forget
There's
of
two.
which
all
one.
they've done, and that's why we need to get to 100 subscribers because they released a sex tape, and we're gonna do the same. We're releasing Steve's sex tape at 100 subscribers.
Steve is gonna be the next Kardashian.
Steve is a Kardashian already. He's
Well, with enough makeup and lighting,
Yeah, and a monkey.
Contouring.
we can get there.
We can get. Oh my God, that's
Oh
gross. You're
my
my
God.
brother. You're sick. Oh, gross.
The altar, she supposed, and on it was Hector.
Is the throne empty? Is the king dead? The empire unpossessed?
Off with his head.
You got me going in circles.